Hello. So in today's lesson, we're talking about modeling division with regrouping. We're in lesson 4.9 of your fourth grade textbook on page 177. Okay. And so we're going to use base 10 blocks. If you don't have base 10 blocks, you can always draw using for the rods, the 10 rods, you can just use a straight line. For the ones, you can just use a circle or a square. And so in our question, our investigation, it says the librarian wants to share 54 books equally among three classes. How many books will she give to each class? And so first, step A, it says draw three circles to represent the classes. All right, so we have three circles. Okay. Then use base 10 blocks to model 54. Okay, so here's 50, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and four ones, so 54. Now it says share the tens equally among the three groups. Share the tens equally among the three groups. So I can put 1, 1, 1, and I have 2 left. I can't put those equally in the three groups. So what are we going to do? So if you get to step C, and it says, if there are any tens left, regroup them as ones and share the ones equally among the three groups. So we're going to take these two tens and trade them for 21s. Okay. So we took our two tens and we traded them in for 20 tens. So we now have 20 ones plus the 4 ones. So we have 24 ones to share. And I can go one at a time. There's a faster way, and I'll show you that when we're done. But I can keep sharing one in each group until we've shared all of them equally with nothing left over or an amount that's less than the divisor. Okay, and you see we have 3 left, so we can share them equally. So I have 3, 6, 8 ones and a 10. So I have 18 in each group, right? 10 and 8 ones. So what would have been an easier way? We had 24 ones, right? And we have 3 circles. Can 3 become 24? So I would just use the basic math fact 3 times 8. And so I could have split them up that way. Okay, so use your math facts. All right, so how many tens do we have? We have 1 10 in each circle, and there's 8 ones in each circle or each group. So the librarian will give 18 books to each class. Okay, so great. So that's how we can model the division. The 3 circles represents the divisor. The 5 tens and the 4 ones represented 54, the dividend. So now explain why we needed to regroup in step C. Remember I had 2 tens left and I traded them or regrouped them for 21s. So I needed to regroup. Okay, why did we need to regroup? We need to regroup in step C. Because 2 tens could not be shared equally in 3 groups. Without regrouping. Okay. All right. How can you use base 10 blocks to find the quotient of 92 divided by 4? Okay, so I can model 92. As 9 tens, 2 ones. Okay, so that's first, right? What can we model the 92 as? That would be 9 10 rods and 2 1 cubes. Then I'm going to share the 9 tens among the 4 groups. Because it says 92 divided by 4. So there's going to be 4 circles or 4 groups. I will have 2 tens in each group, right? Two tens in each group with 1 10 left over. Okay, I can't share the 110 equally among 4 groups. So I'm going to trade the 110 for 10 ones. So I'm going to regroup the 110 as 10 ones. And then I'm going to combine those 10 ones with the 2 ones. Now I can share the 12 ones among the 4 groups. There will be 3 ones in each group. So 92 divided by 4 equals 23. 2 tens and 3 ones in each group. 178. So we can also use quick pictures. Okay, that's what I was talking about when you could draw the lines for representing the 10 rods and circles or squares for the cubes to represent the ones. And so we're going to do that to find 76 divided by 3. So first we're going to rewrite it as 76 divided by 3. And we're going to need to draw 3 circles to represent the 3 groups. So here's our 3 circles. Okay, our 3 groups. And this is our model for 76. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tens and 6 ones. 76 divided by 3. Okay, so now what's our next step? So we drew a model. Now share the 7 tens equally among the 3 groups. So how many 10s could I put in each group? Well, let's just start. 1, 2, 3. So I got rid of 3 of them. Can I put 3 more 10s? 1, 2, 3. Yes. All right. So I'm going to put 2 10s into each group. 3 times 2 is 6 10s. I used 6 of my 10s with 1 10 left over, correct? All right. So how many ones? So there are 2 10s in each group. There were 6 10s used. There's 1 10 left over. Okay, so that's where we're at so far. We shared as many 10s as we could. 1 10, step 3, cannot be shared among the 3 groups without regrouping. So we're going to regroup the 110 by drawing 10 ones. And so you'll see that right here. So we're going to take that 110 and trade it for 10 ones. Okay, so we've traded the last 10 for 10 ones. All right, so there are now 16 ones. Okay, do we see that? There's the 10 I just regrouped plus the 6 that I started with, so 16. Is there a way of sharing 16 equally amongst three groups? Well, I can go 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, but I would never say 16 by counting by threes. So I'm going to put 5 of those in each group. So 5, 5, 5, and I have 1 left over. So we're going to say 5 ones in each group. Sorry, I left out a step there. Okay, so I just needed to write in the 16 ones that were left to share. All right, so now, 76 take away 6 leaves me 16. How many threes did we put? How many ones did we put into each of the three groups? We put 5. 5 ones, that gives me 15 ones that are being used. How many ones are left over? 1. So there are 5 ones in each group. 15 ones were used, and we have 1 left over. So what's our drawing show us? Our drawing shows us that we have 3 groups of 25. Okay, each group is 2 10s and 5 1s, so 25, and there's 1 left over. So 76 divided by 3, the quotient's 25, and the remainder is 1, which can be written as 25 remainder 1, or 25 and 1 thirds. Okay, remember remainder over divisor. Okay, so let's move on. Use base 10 blocks, 48 divided by 3. So if we don't have the base 10 blocks, remember we can draw a picture, right? So 48, how can I represent 48? I'm going to use this piece of scratch paper just so I can write larger. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's my 4 10s. And I have 8 1s. And you could have drawn circles, whatever you need to. And then we have 3 groups. Okay, divide by 3. Okay, so let's share the 10s equally. Okay, we'll put 110 there, 110 there, 110 there. I have 110 left over. I can't share that equally amongst 3 groups. So I'm going to trade the 110 for 10 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so I've traded the 10 for 10 ones. Now we have, how many ones do we have left? We have 10 plus 2, 4, 6, 8. We have 18 ones left. 18 divided by 3. Is there a way of counting by threes, multiples of 3, to get to 18? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Yes, 3 times 6 is 18. So I'm going to put 6 into each group. Okay, so I have a 10 and 6 1s, 16. So 48 divided by 3 is 16. There were no 10s or 1. There were no 1s left over. It divided evenly. Okay, 84 divided by 4. So we're going to represent 84. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 10s, and 1, 2, 3, 4 1s. And we're going to divide those 84 into 4 groups. So 4 groups. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4 times 2 is 8. So I'm going to take all 8 of those. I'm going to put 2 10s in each group. Okay. So I used all of our 8 10s already. There's no 10s left over, so there's no need to regroup. And I have 4 1s. Well, I'm going to put 1 1 in each group. So 10, 20, 1. 21, 21, 21. I have 21 in each group. So 84 divided by 4 is 21. And number 3, 72 divided by 5. So 72, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and D2. And we have 5 groups we need to share with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, well, let's put 2, 4, 6, 7. So I can only put 1 of those 10s in each circle because I only have 7 10s and I've got 5 circles. So I'm going to take 5 of them and put 1 10 in each of the groups. I now have 2 10s left, which I cannot share with the 5 groups. So I'm going to trade those 2 10s for 20 1s. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21? I only have 20. I don't know why I put 21. Let's double check that. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. All right. So 20 plus 2. I have 22 1s remaining. Well, 5 groups times 4 would be 20 1s. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So I used all 20 of the ones I regrouped, and I have 2 left over. 2 left over. I can't share those. So this is going to be, how much do we have in each group? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 in each group with 2 1s left over. 14, remainder 2. All right, number 4. Draw a quick picture and record the steps. Okay, so this is the same thing we've been doing. So 84, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to split that into 3 groups. All right, so we have 8 10s divided by 3. Well, I know I can put 6 of them at least. 2, 4, 6. I have 2 10s left. I cannot share those equally amongst the 3 groups. So I'm going to trade the 2 10s for 21s. Okay, so now we have 24 1s to share. 24 divided by 3 would be 8 1s in each group. So I have 28, 28, 28. So 84 divided by 3 is 28. Okay, and so now what were the steps? We put 2 10s into each group, and we used 6 of the 10s. That left 2 10s left over, and we traded that for 21. For 21, so we now have 24 1s. And 8 times 3 was 24, so we used all of the 1s, and there wasn't anything left over. All right, so explain why we didn't need to regroup in exercise 2. Well, the 8 10s could be shared equally among the 4 groups. With no 10s left over. Number 6. Mindy is preparing fruit boxes for gifts. She divides 36 apples evenly into 6 boxes. Then she divided 54 bananas into the same 6 boxes. How many pieces of fruit are in each of Mindy's boxes? Okay, so we have 6 boxes. Okay, and first she shared 36 apples. 36 divided by 6. Well, I know that as a basic math fact of 6 times 6. So 6 apples in each group. And then she has 54 bananas that she's going to put into those same 6 boxes. And 6 times 9 is 54. So we can add, so I'm going to say 9 plus. Okay, I'm not sure why I didn't draw full 6. I drew 4 for some reason. But anyway, there should have been 6 apples and 9 bananas. So 9 plus 6, 15. 9 plus 6, 15 pieces of fruit. Number 7. Ami needs to divide these base 10 blocks into 4 equal groups. Describe a model that would show how many are in each group. You would have, let's see, 4 circles with 1 10. Okay, because I can put 1 10 in each. I can put 1 10 in each of the circles, leaving me 1 10 and the 6 ones. Trade the 10 ones, the 1 10 for 10 ones. We would now have 16 ones. So 1 10 and 4 ones in each circle. So that's the model that I would draw. Okay, I'd have 4 circles, 1 10, and 4 ones in each circle. Number 6. Number 8. Angela and Zach drew quick pictures to find 68 divided by 4. Whose quick picture makes sense? Whose quick picture is nonsense? Explain your reasoning. 68 divided by 4. Okay, so we have 4 groups, 68. 10, 20, 30, 40. She's only got 48 here. 10, 20, 30, 40. 42, 44, 46, 47, 48, 50, 52, 54, 56, 58, 61, 62, 64, 68. Okay, so Angela's only got 48 and Zach does have 68. So Angela's has to be nonsense. Okay, so why is Angela's nonsense? Well, because 1 10 and 2 ones in each of 4 groups is 4 10s and 8 ones, or 48, not 68. Okay. Zach's makes sense. Right? Zach's makes sense Because when you share 6 tens in 4 groups, you would have 1 10 in each group. Okay, and then there would be, he regrouped two 10s as 21s and combined with the 8 he already had. So 28 divided by 4 equals 7. And he has 7 in each group. Number 9. What did Angela forget to do after she shared the 10s equally among the 4 groups? So again, if we look at this, there should have been 6 10s, 68. She shared the 4 10s, great, and she shared the 8 1s, fine. But where's the other 2 10s? She can't have 2 10s left over because that's 21s, and 20 can be divided by 4. So she just didn't regroup the 2 10s. If she had done that, she would have had the right answer. So that's it for lesson 4.9. Into our next lesson, 4.10, we're going to divide by placing the first digit, a much more traditional way of dividing. So until then, may the numbers always be in your favor.